Is it a fair statement for me to make
please,
that this team has to play perfect in order to win every game, but just is not talented enough to do it?
Yes. Yeah, that's a fair take. What was the score at halftime?
It was 17-13 Seattle.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they win it. They win it. Yeah. So.
I mean, I feel like what it is with the Patriots is they put together two. You can count on them for 2 good drives per game. 2 good drives. So it's on the defense. It's on the defense to do whatever they can do, but that's what you're getting from the offense and Jacoby Brissett. He's not going to lose you the game. He's going to give you 2 good drives.
Right.
I mean, it just so happens that only one of them was in the second half this time.
32 passing yards in the second half, right? What do you think about that?
Oh, he fucking sucks, bro. Like, I'm already out. I'm already out. Like, we talked about this last week, right? Once again, we gave him a mulligan, we gave him a pass because, the 100 yards was enough to win that game.
129.
129. Sorry, excuse me. Sorry, my bad. Sorry, 129. But, we spoke about it wasn't going to be sustainable. And, as much as, Rhamondre and what's against Gibson running game was awesome again. So that we're back to that being a staple again, which I'm fine with. Like I said, like I said last week on last week's show, I feel like you set up the run, the run sets up the pass. So I'm fine with that.
As long as you can pass.
Yeah, right, exactly. So that's the problem, because once again, you go from Hunter Henry being the man in the first half, and I'm like, okay, like this is, he's come a long way from the Mr. Glass, narrative that we had coming in, and when he came in 2021. But he's had some games here and there, but this was a Hunter Henry game, and you could tell with him early on since he's been here, like when he's going to be heavily involved in the game. And Sunday was that, and then next thing you know, they go away from that. There was no play action involved. It becomes super predictable because they know that Jacoby Brissett is not going to beat you. Once again, he may not lose the game for you, but essentially he really is losing it, because if you cannot throw for a 3rd and 5 when it's 3rd and 6, or if you can't throw at 30, like if you can't throw a screen, the proper way, like it's just there's so many man just does not do. And I know I'm hijacking it right now, but it's fucking ridiculous. Like, he's awful, man. He's fucking awful. Like, I don't need to see him on my team anymore. I'm already, after 2 weeks, I've seen enough.
You're out on the Jacoby experiment?
I'm out, bro. I'm out. I was already out because, like, once again, and Mike gave me my credit. He gave me my flowers. Once again, early on last year, when we realized that the season was over, after y'all smacked us in Dallas, I said, hey, go look at that kid in North Carolina. And some of the comments after that show was like, oh, he hasn't done X, Y, Z. He's not this, he's not that. I said, I'm telling you, I said, if he's there, you take him. And they took him. So my bias is showing full, and I admit that. I want to see the kid play, because once again, you need the threat of the passing game. It's that plain and simple, because the line hasn't been as bad. We'll talk about that. But it's just like, if that's the case, I just want to see the best players out there. Jacoby Brissett is not that at all.
I kind of think it's kind of the landscape of the NFL right now is this struggle of the passing game. You don't want to put Drake May out there to get absolutely shellacked like all rookie quarterbacks have so far. Is my only input there. Is like, I'd rather have Jacoby Brissett playing shitty than Drake May not living up to expectation and having all this stuff fall down on him.
Listen, I'd rather have Bryce Young than Jacoby Brissett.
Well, let me ask you a question, Ray. I mean, actually, before I ask you a question, I'm hoping to blow both of your minds now. Okay, so heading into Sunday's game, since 1983, there were 152 teams that have one time of possession, had 150 yards rushing, had 300 yards of total offense, and no turnovers. And they were 152-0. The Patriots did all of those things on Sunday, and they lost.
So what does that tell you?
That they have to be perfect, but they're not. So it's not as much.
They did it though. It's the fucking quarterback. He's terrible.
That's what it yards of offense and 32 passing yards in the second half.
Yeah, that's a joke.
Yeah.
That's nothing to do with perfection. It's like he sucks. He sucks. Like if you either once again play action pass, do something. Like I don't understand. Like I would take Michael Bishop at this moment. Like I just give me something different than what I'm seeing at quarterback. Like center block has to go. That's my name. I'm not calling him by his name anymore. Like that's become the new horseshoe. Center block has to go. I'm done.
I just want to point out though that Cinder Block bought himself so much time in the pocket. Like he's not a running quarterback, but he's running for his fucking life. Like you want to see the offensive line isn't that bad. On Sunday, Jacoby Brissett was pressured on 55% of his dropbacks. 55. League average, just so we're on the same page, is 39%. So a guy that can't run fast, can't throw far, is out there just getting killed. And you want to throw Drake May in there? Listen, the positives about Jacoby is that he's not going to lose you a game, or he hasn't so far, right? Negatives are he can't win you one. Drake May will be a more diverse quarterback, but he's going to throw more interceptions. He's probably going to get hurt. You don't want that to happen. There's no need for you to risk that right now. Right?
Injury's not part of it. I'm not going to live in fear in that regard. Injury's part of the game, and I'm not. It's not about being negative. It's just I'm sorry. It's just like I said we'll get into the preview of the game later on, but I'm telling you, send the block, runs to the sideline, knocked out of bounds. Oh
no, it's not happening.
He's on the ground.
He's on the ground. You should say a Hail Mary or two for you thinking like that, Bobby.
Maybe if they lost to the Bengals in week 1, history repeat it.
Yeah, true.
Sure. Yeah, boy, yeah, on a version 1 and 2. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's facts. Yeah,
Bobby, if I were to tell you that Patriots wide receivers, and when I say wide receivers, I mean human beings that identify as wide receivers on the football field, accounted for 3 catches for 19 yards and a touchdown in a game that you went to overtime in and lost 23-20. Would you believe me?
No. The only team I would believe would be the Patriots. So it's the only team I would believe before.
Well, we did that. Right, like I do love how down you are about this, but
it's wild. Like, okay, Polk that was nice throw to Polk, right? In the end zone, right? It was a short route.
You got open.
Polk's been wide open. A lot of these players, once again, Twitter, shout out to Evan Lazard, shout out to Trevor Kyle. It's like these guys are giving kind of like
NFL Plus. That shit is
right. Yeah, they give like they're all 22, like breakdown of it, which is dope. And it's like you're seeing this man just more wide open, than the Red Sea was. Like, and you're not finding him on the field. Once again, throw a bubble screen, throw a quick out, like go do switch something up, bro. I don't. Once again, I'm fine. I'm content with the running game. Like I said, I think Van Pelt's done a better job than that we've seen in recent years. So I'm fine with that. Cool. Like I've conceded to that. I love the zone running scheme. Great, awesome. But damn, like if you're running for 180, once again, you're running for 180 and you lose by 3 at the crib, like that can't happen. That can't happen. It can't. Like regardless of what is expected or not, that cannot happen.
How funny is it? How funny is it, Bobby, that a year ago, Bill Belichick removed the offensive coordinator, put in a defensive coordinator, a special teams guy to run the offense. He really just took away all the passing, and turns out he was a year ahead. Because the NFL, like you said, passing's down, rushing's up.
Yeah, so, the entire NFL is.
What, like, for you? Because we all know where I stand, but you two are different, which is why I love it. Bobby, can this team, let's just say, exceed expectations? Our expectations on this show were 4 games as a high. I wanted 5 games as a high, but whatever. Can this team win 6 games this year, playing the way that they played so far in the first 2?
Yeah, for sure.
You really think that?
I do. With the defense playing the way that they did.
I'm glad you mentioned that. What a perfect segue, but I'll let you finish.
No, I'm just with the way that they played the first 2 weeks, there's no doubt this team can win this game. Will they? Probably not.
Right.
But they definitely can. There's a path to them surprising some people for sure.
Well,